What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dirty Red Gaming, where we take gaming and fashion and we mash together like it's some Play-Doh. I'm Macho, aka Dirty Red, and this is my channel. So it's Thursday. Usually on Thursdays we like to do techie reviews, but this is a gaming channel. So today we're gonna talk about NBA 2K24. So the game been out for about a month right now, and people are still shooting bad, man. I shot with a guy. He had a 99 overall, and he had a 50% shooting average. So with that being said, man, in this video, man, I want to give y'all what jump shot I use and what tips and tricks I use to help you be a better shooter in NBA 2K24. If you're shooting between 40 to 45%, you actually shooting pretty good. And if you're shooting at 50%, you pretty much shooting excellent. But what I will say, man, it's so many things that you got to do in this game just to become a better shooter. So in this video, we're going to go over those tips. I'm going to give you my jump shot. So let's get into the video.
So let's just say you just got NBA 2K24. They gave you 1,000 VC to work with. Your build is at a 60 right now. You starting from the ground up, and you decide to get you to make you a 6'8", 6'6", 6'9", whatever. The first thing you want to do is whatever VC you got, try to max out your 3-point shooting. Just go ahead and try to get that up, and then take whatever left, put it on your speed and stamina. But when you start grinding in this game, go ahead and get your 3-point shot up and your mid-range up as high as you can get it. Try to max it out. And the reason for that is because you want to be working on your shot as your player develops. You don't want to be building up your 3-point, keep changing your shot. So try to get your 3-point up and your mid-range up, and just start working on your shooting now. Okay, so we finna go ahead and go into my shot. So like I said, this took me a minute. I got 3 different shots. My first one, release height A+, defense immunity A+, timing. My issue was my release speed was too slow. I kept missing with this. I didn't know what the issue was because everything else was A+, so I kept missing with this. And then same here. Something was off. I kept missing with this one. Had the release height A+, defense immunity A-, A. I'm gonna show you all these shots, but the one I'm running with right now, this is perfect for my style of shooting. So let's go ahead and go into the jump shot creator. We're gonna take a look at the first one. The first one is Tracy McGrady base. Then I went with the Tracy McGrady upper release 1, Kobe Bryant upper release 2, and then here's the blend. So on this one, the release speed was just too slow for me. So went back in the lab. I kept missing. It was too early, slightly early, something was off. So came back in the lab, and then I think I did the 3 first. So let's see what the third one is. Cause right now I'm running with the Dirty Red. So jump shot creator, we're gonna take a look at Dirty Red 3. So here, Tracy McGrady on the base. Like I said, the Tracy McGrady base for me works. Paul George on the upper release 1, Kobe Bryant on the upper release 2. Still with this shot, it worked. I had the 55-45 blend. Paul George, it worked, but I still was missing a little bit. So I had to go back in the lab, and then came up with the Dirty Red 2. So Dirty Red 2, Tracy McGrady base, Nasir Little on the upper release 1, upper release 2, Kobe Bryant, and then the blend is 65% Nasir Little, 35% Kobe. And with this one, I got a perfect release height for me, A, defense immunity A, time and stability A-, and that release speed, once it bumped up to a B+, that was when my shot started to get better. So if you got an 86 3 ball, you got a 6'8" guard, a 6'9", a 6'6", this is probably gonna work for you. It's not too fast, not too slow. So there we got it. So we finna go into some other tips. Alright, cool. So other tips another tip that comes with shooting, if you just upgraded your attributes to whatever it is, 85, 86 shooting, and you got your build ready, you start to get out there and you ready to start taking shots, you want to come into your controller settings, and what's most important is your shot time and visual cue. So in 2K23, they had the early, they had very early, late, and then very late. In 2K24, very early is jump, early is set point, and then push is late, and then very late is release. So if you want to shoot with your shot meter off, I know you get a boost to jump shot meter when you turn it off. I shoot with mine on. It makes it a little bit difficult to shoot, but it also that's my visual cue. So when I use jump, it's a fast shot, so that's why I shoot with the jump shot meter on. If you want to change it and you want to change up the shot that I gave you, that's cool. But the reality of it is, based on how I tweaked it, jump is the best, cue that I use along with the shot meter to help me. But once you get everything set up, you want to go into your settings and you want to tweak your shot time and visual cue based off of how you shoot, how long you're going to hold the button. Sometimes you don't have much time to hold it, so I like to let it go very fast, and that's why I use the jump shot. So going to the next thing, that's what I have as far as the settings go. As far as settings go with your NBA 2K24, so go make sure you go in, tweak your controller settings, and let's go to the next. Okay, so you just got into NBA 2K. You got your shot. One thing you want to do is come in here and play some My Career games. You're either gonna play these My Career games, or you're gonna go and you're gonna play, because it gives you an option to either play My Career games or you can go play these street ball games. So the choice is totally up to you. I would say do both, and the reason why I say do both is because you want to learn your shot. So you can either come play these My Career games, or you can go do these street ball challenges. Let me see where the yard at. So it's a reason behind doing this, and I'm gonna tell you in just a second. But we just went to the arena to do, you can do your My Career games at the arena, or you can just come over here and it'll tell you where to go. All of the street ball places are different locations, but they have different street ball challenges, just like they did in 2K23. But you can come to these little locations, and those are just quick tips on, and I'm gonna tell you in just a second why you want to come and do these. But like I said, you want to come do these challenges, the yard, and play this street ball. So that's tip number 2. Make sure you do your My Career games, and then try to do both, to help develop your player and help get better with your shot. Okay, so if you saw in the last tip where I told you to play your My Career games and play your street ball games, this is why. You got your Art of Shooting gym. By playing your My Career games and playing your street ball games, this is probably the most important tip you can get. See all of this red right here? This is your hot spots. In NBA 2K23, you had this badge called Volume Shooter. And Volume Shooter pretty much allowed you, for however many shots you miss or make, your green window got bigger. That is no longer in NBA 2K23. I mean not 2K, but in 2K24. So the way 2K24 do things right now is hotspots, and from these hotspots, you should be able to shoot and make your shots. You want to come here and see where your hotspots at. By playing your My Career game and playing your street ball games, this is how you develop your hotspots. And what it says is that, for how close you are to the bar, it's gonna allow you to just make your shots. So you see all of my shots are at the 3-point line. Over here in the purple is where I'm lethal at. So when I get the ball here, can't miss. So that's another tip. Play your street ball game, play your my career game so that you can develop your hot spots. And you can come over here once a week and he'll help you out. He'll show if your hot spot go away, he'll show you which ones. You just hit the button and it'll tell you where your hot spot is. So that's another tip right there. Okay, so another tip, Gatorade facility. You want to come in here and do your workouts. I know this is common sense to a lot of people, but come in here and do all your workouts. They made it a little bit easier so that you can just do whatever workout you want to. It ain't no specific type to get you specific type. You can come in and do whatever 5 workouts you want to do, but make sure you do that. And then also you want to come up here, select your court, and practice on your jump shot. So at this point, you should have a full, if you just started your my career, you should have at least a full your 3-pointer should be maxed out, and you should be, somewhat figuring out your jump shot. You should have your hot spots, or at least a couple hot spots, and then, come over here and practice. Come over here and put some shots up. Get you some shots up. And with me, a lot of times my cue is I shoot with the meter on. So one thing you can do is get you some mid-range shots first. Once you get your mid-range shots, as you see, my window is starting to open up more. The more your window open up, the better you can shoot. So those are my mid-ranges. So now when you come out here to the 3, you done shot you got a couple shots on. Now you can start hitting your 3-pointers. So as you start hitting your 3-pointers, you see my red window. See how it's open. But then when I miss that shot, see how it's not that open. So start, when you go into a game, start hitting you some mid ranges. I'm just showing y'all my meter and the cue. So just start hitting you some mid ranges. When you go into a game in the rec, and you see your window start getting bigger and bigger. Then when you come out here to 3, see how big it is. And I'm just not hitting the shot so that y'all can see how big it gets. So then when I hit that shot right there, come back, you should see my mid-range, see how it's bigger. So when you go out here to the 3, where you got your high spot at, you're gonna hit that shot. So I'm just shooting around a little bit, come into the Gatorade gym and get you some shots up. Okay, so another tip, practice facility. Almost forgot to mention it. You want to come in here and you want to retain your badges. So you want to come in here, hit the circle. You want to choose you some drills, and it'll tell you you're just gonna do the 3-point challenge. So you see, you select what badges you want to retain and you want to work on, and then you kind of just do your workout. Do your workout and you should be okay. And as you see how I shoot, see how big that window is, and then when I miss, it gets smaller. You gotta hit. But yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to come in here, practice. Let me try to go ahead and get this over with so that we can see how big that window is. And they keep giving me bad passes. And this is how you retain your badges. This is how you get your badges to bump up without having to play in the game. You get your 3 stars and then you'll see your badges grow back up. Okay, so one last thing I want to cover is badges. I don't think badges are as effective this year as they was before, but if you look at my badges, you want to try to work on them. You know, going into all of the stuff I just gave y'all, all this information I just gave y'all helps you work on your badges, get them, claymore, gold, open looks, all this stuff. It helps, but I don't know. Sometimes badges don't even feel like they be useful when you in the game. Green machine on gold, challenger, like you make your build, you want to make your build so that it fits the type of play style you got. So I got all these shooting badges on gold, but even sometimes it don't even feel like they help. So work on your badges before you go. You want to unlock all of these, immunity, scholar, unlock them and then work on them. All of these got immunity, but sometimes it just don't seem like these badges really work, to be honest with you. But I think it's just a process. So I think that's pretty much all I got, man. I'm out. Alright, so last but not least, join you in affiliation. It doesn't matter which one. I chose the elite affiliation. The one thing I will say, since I've joined an affiliation, I have not had to buy any boost. They give you a lot of stuff when you join these affiliations. Let me just go into. Let me show you my boost. So, like, they'll give you 20 muscle milk, and stuff like that. So I have not had to buy any boost whatsoever. When you join the affiliation, they just give you a whole bunch of stuff. So join you in affiliation so that you don't have to spend money on your boost. And I think that's pretty much it. When you join the affiliation, these are the rewards you get. So far, I'm almost a starter one. I got to get my way up. But like I said, they give you times 20 boost, times 10 Gatorade. You get an extra turbo boost once you become starter 2. So try to join affiliation so that you don't have to buy boosts. Because they just give you, I saw one dude get unlimited shooting. So join you in affiliation. That's another great tip so that you don't have to spend, your VC on buying boosts, because they're just gonna give it to you. And last but not least, let's check my stats. So I'm 39 to 30 in the rec. I'm not the best player. I'm a casual player, but I can shoot pretty good. I run with randoms a lot. But let's check my 2K card. So if you look at, I'm shooting 41%, which the goal in NBA 2K24 is to have realistic stats. So Steph Curry shoots 47% in the NBA realistically. This is only reason I ain't gonna say 41%. I think Ray Allen shoots 41% from the three. So that's good in NBA 2K24. You're not going to be shooting 60% and 70%, 100% for the three. Not in this game. You're going to miss some shots. In the rec, I'm shooting 40%. Actually, it says that I'm shooting 45%. So I don't know if the stats here, it says 40%. When I go into a game, it says 44, 45%. I'm gonna see if I can get a snippet of that. But I do got some gameplay footage that I got up of 2 games where I just shot 6 for 6, 7 for 7 once I changed my jump shot to this. So I think that's pretty much it. But shooting 40, 45% is going to be the norm in 2K24. If you're shooting 50% or over, then you just elite. So I think that's pretty much all I got for this. I think I covered everything. If not, then in my conclusion, I'll pick it up there.
We done made it to the end of the video. I done gave you all my tips, tricks, and things that I know how to be a better shooter in NBA 2K24. When I look at other people who's making these kind of videos, and I see people shooting with their team takeover, where they take over and they say, oh, you can green with a 75, and then they making shots from half court with a takeover over. I just kind of end their video because I know that's not real. We'll go over a quick summary of my tips and tricks on how to be a better shooter in NBA 2K24. So basically, like I said, when you first create your player, your my player, and you have a 60 overall, go in there and put your shooting as high as you can get it, put your mid-range as high as you can get it, because the reason why I say that is because your shooting unlocks different levels of jump shots you can get. So if you start out with a 70 or 75, you may be able to get this player, then you'll learn that player and learn how to shoot at a 70 75 rating. Then once you unlock another level it gives you a different whole criteria of players that shoot from a 75 to an 80. So go ahead and unlock your shooting. Go ahead and unlock the shooting that I showed you. Try that out, the Tracy McGrady with the Little and the Kobe Bryant. Then from there, go into your settings, adjust your settings from jump, push, set, whatever you choose to use as a shooter. And then after you do that, play some My Career games. Go into the park, play some park games, man. Go into the street part of it and play that, man. And then from there, start creating you some hot spots. Create you some hot spots. And then from creating some hot spots, go into the Gatorade gym, man. Learn your shot, man. Learn your shot in the Gatorade gym. And from the Gatorade gym, man, just go into, for me, I'll go into the to the art of shooting gym, and I'll go in there and I'll make sure my hot spots are always at the same spot before I go into the rec or anything else, because you can always go play a My Career game and get your hot spot back, and you can always upgrade your hot spot from hot to lethal. So man, do that, do those things, man. Play the Brickley's gym, go into the Brickley's gym on the weekend, go into the Brickley's gym during the week and play the 5-on-5 3v3. And then go work on your badges, man. I cannot stress that. Although I don't think badges work as much as they did back in the 2K23, go work on your badges and go into the practice facility. Every game I go into the practice facility and I make sure that my shots, I'm just getting in the rhythm before I go play any game. I go to the practice facility, and then I also go into the art of shooting, and I make sure my hot spots are there before I go into the rec or anywhere else. So do those things, man, and just get in the habit of going into the practice facility. Go check on your hot spot, make sure your hot spot's there. Go into that practice facility, like I said, and make sure that you retaining your badges, and then you should be okay. You should be okay. So if you like what I'm doing, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel for any 2K tips, man. If y'all want to know anything, what kind of builds I'm up to next, man, just hit me up in the comments and anything like that. So man, I want to thank y'all, and I'm out.